All right, we are back another Tuesday night. I'll tell you, these weeks go by really fast. When it comes to Tuesdays, it seems like there's a million things going on, and like you feel like, from my end, it feels like, oh, I've got a few days off. I don't have to do much, and then boom, Tuesday's back again, and you're kind of back at it. Plus, reviews and all of that good stuff. So, everyone, thanks for joining tonight. As you can see, we got the boss and the slacker. So we got a couple of we got the Turks in the house. We're gonna do a little blind flight tonight of only kind of Mash and Journey picks. So we kind of had been talking about this for a minute. It's probably been 2 or 3 months, I bet now at this point. So we were finally able to put a little something together, kind of last minute. We put this together really pretty quickly, but we figured, hey, it's a blind flight. It's fun. It gets us kind of shooting the shit and having a good time. And so, yeah, we went ahead and put a little blind flight together. So, all right, let me kind of recap what we've got if I can remember this. So
we'll see if you can remember.
All right, so we got look at the Birdie. We've got the Iceman, the Cannoli, the Bulleit pick, the kind of black or dark label one.
Yep.
What is that? Is that 4 or 5?
And we have 4 Gate.
Oh yeah, 4 Gate and
Obtanium.
And the Obtanium. Okay, that's it. We got the brain candy. So there'll probably be a couple of these. Oh yeah, well Jesus, you got it right in front of me. I wasn't even looking at that. My God, I'm trying to guess. It's like having the answers right in front of your face and then still failing the test. What an idiot. So anyway, yeah, we're gonna go through. So we all know what we have. We just don't know what the order is. So we're going to be theoretically tasting all different things at one time. So we'll get to the end. We'll kind of rank them in our order of what we prefer. I guess least to first. I mean, you hate to say like last. I mean, there's none of these that are going to be last or whatever. But so we'll kind of go through these. I know Adam has put the same flight together. So I'll be interested to see how his stuff turns out. But let me back up and let me say hi to a few people that were in here right away. Roy, how's it going, buddy? TK, Trevor Kunkel, how's it going, buddy? Sugar Kitty, always good to see you. Jeff Sayon, maybe? Hopefully I'm not messing that one up. Top Dog, how's it going? Kenny Killingsworth, Kenny, how's it going? My man Brett, how's it going, Brett? JG, oh god, that guy. He's Team Turk, so I'm against him tonight as well. So, my man Cam, how's it going, buddy?
JG knows a smart play.
John Crons, John, how's it going, buddy? Let's see what else we got here. Man, oh man, it's a lot of stuff. I don't know if I'm even gonna be able to keep up with this damn thing. I said Sugar Kitty. So
a normal Tuesday. Got it.
Yeah, it's like it's unbelievable. I can never keep up with these things. Thomas, how's it going, buddy? Matt Dart, how's it going, buddy? My man Alex, happy birthday, brother. Good to see you. Mr. Whiskey Shits, good to see you. Biking Bourbon, good to see you, Paul. Adriana, Whiskey Mountains, good to see you. There's the Wrench. He's in here himself. How's it going, Trev? Tim Evans, Stormfire and Ice, how's it going? Or Steamfire, sorry. Nick Promen. All right. I think Cool Runnings. All right. I think everybody gets the point. If I missed you, I apologize. Hey, Rain, how's it going? Okay. So let's talk real quick and we'll kind of get this part out of the way. So the giveaway again is going to be, so why don't you guys explain what that is? I'll kind of say what I'm going to throw in on my part, just so that everybody is kind of aware of what that is.
Yeah, for sure. So we're going to give away 2-ounce samples of Found North. Scott's had them on his channel numerous times, and they're doing great stuff. So we want to be able to get people to try it. So we have batch 1, 2, and 4. And then a 2-ounce sample of the JD single barrel, or not single barrel, barrel proof rye Tennessee taster.
Awesome. And I'll throw in, so we'll go for the 4-pack on the Found North. So you don't have 3. Is that which one you said you didn't have?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay. All right. So I'll include that. We've got one of the glasses that you guys had already paid for that we'll give that away. I will also throw in a sample of the new 16-year Seagrass. I'll throw that in the mix, and I'll come up with another little surprise. So it'll be a nice the 4-gate. I mean, if you get to try all 4 of those, next to each other, that's a pretty cool thing. I mean, I think a lot of people will really appreciate what it is that I almost said what Seagrass is doing, but what Found North is doing. So some pretty incredible things, and hopefully before too much longer, we'll have them not only back on, but we're going to do kind of another tasting that we did last year. So that'll be fun. So
yeah, that was cool.
That was great. Yeah.
Yeah. So like this time we'll at least be able to introduce batches 3 and 4, which are, a little bit different, kind of some different twists and everything than 1 and 2, but really, really fun. So, Thomas, thank you so much. Appreciate it, buddy. You're the first man in, so you're in it to win it. Okay. So do we want to just dive right into this thing? And kind of get going at this, and
sure.
We'll fire away. Like we were talking before, that this is all for fun, especially if I lose. If I win, then I'm the king. That's just how it's going to go tonight. So
yeah,
that's just how it is.
You'll be on the next sticker.
I'll be on the next.
You'll be on the next sticker one way or another.
That is true. At least the logo. I'm going to try to stay off these things. Jason always has a little bit too much fun with the stickers and like some of those things. So he gets very, very creative with these things. One other thing, if there's anybody who is a mod in here tonight that doesn't mind keeping track of the super chats, I would greatly appreciate it. If you can, then someone just let me. Oh, there he is, Adriana. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I don't think anybody else was. So thanks, A. Appreciate that. JG, thank you very much. Even though you are Team Turk tonight, so I will forgive you tonight. My man Johnny, how's it going? Yeah, this should be fun. I can't wait. So we've got some good ones. I mean, when you kind of think about this whole thing, I mean, we've got like the gamut of whiskeys. Like this should be a really fun one. I don't know. How's it going, Dusty? I think this will be really, really fun. Whether or not we know what some of them are when you're kind of nosing it or whatever, it'll still be fun to see how and where we all rank them, whether we get them right or wrong, whatever it may be. Yeah. But it'll be a lot of fun to kind of see where these things shake out. So,
absolutely, man. There's no way to lose tonight.
No, there really is no way to lose. It'll be very interesting to see kind of how some of these, really shake out, how they end up with you guys. So I think we might have said it before. So we're all blind. So Ethan and Katie, they know what's there. They just don't know what the order is. Same here. So these are all poured, and we know what the bottles are. We just don't know at what point we're drinking whatever it is we're drinking. So should be fun. So, all right, should we get going with this bad boy and see how it works out?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. We've been waiting on you.
Best of luck. Yeah, I was gonna wonder when you guys were gonna stop. Wondering when you guys were gonna stop talking. We could just dive into this thing.
I have a hard time opening my mouth, so it takes me a minute.
TK, thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
The whiskey definitely helps when he starts opening his mouth.
Yeah.
Oh,
she means it helps her. She feels better.
I feel like
it helps me feel better.
That's good. That's okay. I mean, hey, whatever it is, whatever it takes, right? All right. So let's see. I've got my trusty little piece of paper here, and
that's where you stash your answers so you can cheat, right?
There is no cheating on my end. Trust me there. I don't subscribe to the if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. There's no I like these are always fun from the challenge standpoint, the trying to guess, and I love doing a good line. So
yeah. Well, doing stuff like this it's a lot of fun, right? Because it really a couple of us were talking about it in Marty's stream before this. It's so hard to get so many things, but then you're a part of various communities and you get these awesome picks.
Mm-hmm.
And so it really it kind of broadens your whiskey world and lets you try some of the best or funkiest barrels from specific distilleries.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and that's part of I think the whole club aspect now is a lot of that, is trying what a lot of other people go out and pick, and, finding, people's palates that you kind of line up a little bit with, or at least, even if it's not that, you're going to get something a little bit different or unique or whatever it may be. So I really kind of dig a lot of, even the other groups that are doing it. There's some really fun things that people are kind of coming up with. So that's awesome. So.
Man, everybody's on our side, Scott.
Yeah, I know. What is this?
That's fine. I mean, I think this is just part of where people kind of want to make the guests feel like a little more welcome.
Yeah. Okay.
So, I mean,
that would make sense.
Yeah. I mean, I'm rooting for you guys tonight too. So
Gotcha.
I hope you do well. Okay. I'm going to be quiet for about 15 seconds and we'll kind of get into this thing a little bit. So, Mr. Whiskey Shits, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Chug life.
Man, I'm getting like bubble gum and cardboard.
I have nothing. Mine are just labels. I don't know. Like, mine are going to be either 1 through 6, or what would that be? 1 through E, or A through E. 1 through E. Jesus.
A through E. Yeah. Letters are hard, right?
Yeah, very hard, especially.
It would actually be F, because we got 6 glasses, man.
That's true. So there you go. So I mean, see,
so letters are hard for both of us.
Yeah, tonight. Yeah, you can see tonight I have to do alphabet. I mean, clearly it's not working out for me at all at this point. So
I had to count. Don't worry.
I think once you go from like 1 to 2, you kind of start to set your palate a little bit to get an idea of what that is.
Yeah.
Now,
I mean, Ethan poured us something like different, like a control, something that's not
a little bit of early times, bottled and bond.
Yeah, good idea. I
Just
had
some
like
of these will blow out your nose if you smell.
Yeah. Some of these things will. So, cheers, guys. Thanks for jumping on tonight. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having us, man. Man, a little bit of maple, a little bit of black pepper.
Oh, man.
Some oak in there.
Mine is all citrus. Oh, you're going through the whole list.
Yeah,
I'm still on number 1, like, or A, or whatever you want to call it.
That's okay. We got a lot of time to deliberate. That's for sure. So
look at that guy.
Anybody know this guy? I don't know.
Who invited him?
It must be another one of those bots.
Yeah. Somebody time that out.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna get rid of that guy. I'm not really sure what he's doing here. Yeah, I'll tell you, when you get stumped by the first one right away, like, I think it'll have a little better idea once you start to go through, and you can kind of whittle them down a little bit too.
Oh, so. For sure.
Yeah.
But
yeah, that's a big part of the reason I went to number to B pretty quickly.
Yeah. Well,
I was like,
yeah, you get a little better idea of kind of what it is you're.
Yeah. Going for the machine gun approach instead of the sniper rifle.
Mm-hmm.
Something's got to hit.
Man, so far, the first 2, I'm a little bit stumped, to be honest.
Oh, yeah? Man.
I really like them a lot. I know that, but I'm trying to figure out what in the hell it is that I'm tasting here.
Yeah, I'm going to be in that boat here in just a second, because a lot of these noses.
So when was the last time you drank most of these?
Oh, my God. You know what? That's the hardest thing. I mean, that's such a... Like, I think every day, or I shouldn't say every day, but like a lot of us, you stare at so many things. You just don't even know what to drink. And I think a lot of like what I go to is that it seems like you're always getting something new or different. So you're always going to like what's newest. And a lot of these, honestly, they will just sit sometimes for a while, and that's why I like doing this, because it gets you back to them. So...
Mm-hmm.
Raises
it back to your awareness, puts it back on the top shelf, right?
Yeah, it really does. I mean, it makes you kind of appreciate, like when we were in Kentucky last week doing the Rebel and Ezra, I'm like, why in the world do I not drink more of these? They're such great whiskeys, great value, all of that. So,
yeah.
All right, I think I know what this is.
It seems like a lot of them are hard to find, like, as far as store picks, it seems like they're kind of... You can find certain ones that everybody always has.
Yeah.
But like Rebel and Ezra too. Like, I feel like they're underrated.
Yeah, I think they're very underrated. And I would say, like, of the weeders out there, I think Rebel like is way underrated. Like, I would take that over over the Wellers, all of that stuff. I mean, it's a really good whiskey.
Oh yeah, for
I
sure.
agree.
Well, and
All right,
like you're saying, price point.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, that's again,
Unbeatable.
so that was part of the reason why we got this one again was they're both good price points. We could get a fair amount of them so we can make more people happy, because when we get these ones and we know it that everyone wants, we literally cannot get more. That's part of the problem. Like, we can only get like one barrel. We don't have an option for that. So
2 or whatever.
yeah, I mean, we would love to be able to get more of them, but I mean, you just can't. We know we're not going to always make everybody happy, but it's part of the game. So
Yeah.
all right, I think
what A is.
Yeah, Ethan knows what A is now. I wasn't going to say it, but I know too.
No, I think when you see some of those things, so
what are the chances of another bull run? Because like I know y'all just came out last week, but
yeah,
like, those are underrated too. Like for the
yeah,
price
well,
of like
I think
$45.
yeah, really good deal. Yeah, like $45, and I mean, considering like what it is, I mean, the 13-year whiskey for $45. I mean, it's kind of a no-brainer, to be honest.
Yeah.
Well,
so
yeah,
I mean, sell it. That's the thing. Like at that price point, nobody's going to have a heartburn over.
No.
Okay.
No. We knew that one would go probably fairly quickly. The Westland, there's still some that are available. So if there is anybody who wants one, there's still some of those. But again, we knew it's a single malt. It's something a little bit different. Not everyone's into it, so we knew that was the case. But it's a fantastic single malt. All mine are supposed to come tomorrow. So.
Oh, nice.
All right, I know what that one is, because for me, the one in the short barrel glass, that Bulleit pick for me has always been like drinking a pre-made cocktail, whether it's an old fashioned or something like that. It just has that. I don't know what it is about it. It's just something that's very cocktaily to me.
Yeah.
So
we've noticed that on Bulleit picks too. Bulleit picks and Peerless picks. Peerless picks have that. Not all, but like some of their rye picks. Like I swear I'd be drinking a cocktail instead of whiskey.
Yeah. And it's like, I mean, in these two, 1 and 2 of the Bulleit picks, I mean, they're so different. I mean, they're just so different. So, all right, I think that's Bulleit 1. All right, I think that's what that is. But, I think I know what that one is too right away. That nose,
oh man,
that nose, when you get a little bit of that funky, nutty characteristic, you kind of have a feeling of some of the Russells kind of coming into play. That'd be my guess. I'm just gonna write it down a little bit, but
so the cardboard for me is gone on B. It's juicy fruit now.
Interesting.
Oh,
I still get a little bit of the bubble gum, but it's heavy spice, plenty of oak.
Really? All right. It may be what you're describing is in one or two, and I've got to go back to these. Like, I think with this one, this has a little bit of that kind of funky, doughy aspect. So I'm guessing that this might be the Cannoli. I think would that be because I think that's a wheat whiskey, right? Yeah, that was a wheat whiskey. Yeah, Crew.
Also,
did I say Old Elk? Yeah, I said Old Elk, right, on that one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think you're rubbing off on me, Scott, because I think I'm saying what I'm not saying what I mean, because I think I said juicy fruit, but I meant Big Red.
Oh, Big Red. Okay, I can see how you could confuse those two.
Oh yeah, totally.
The same thing, basically.
Yeah, the same but different, right?
Yeah.
Wow, man,
if
that's
the case, then there's one option for that.
This was, I remember, like this when we did this. If this is the Old Elk, like I remember thinking, like how different and unique this really was. So,
Old Elk is putting out some like super unique. As y'all saw, but like any pick that we had, like the Bourbon Society that we belong to, they just did one, and apparently it's phenomenal. But it's very polarizing. For some people, they really like it, and others they're like take it or leave it. Yeah,
it's very different. Like that like just going back to it, like I think this is the perception of wheated bourbon or wheat whiskeys not having some spice. Like honestly, I don't think I've run into the brain candy yet, clearly, but like that guy right there, if that's the Old Elk, man, that is a lot of spice on that bad boy. I don't know if you've run into it or not yet, but holy cow, that's a lot of spice. Jim, yes, I am. I'm in the southeastern Wisconsin area.
Yeah, I just got
all right.
Just got dusty peanuts on the last one. I'm like, okay.
That's kind of a little bit of a giveaway. If I would say if there was a little bit of a Knob Creek, sometimes I get those two confused. Like I'll get even a little bit of that beam with that kind of profile where I want to confuse that with Russell's at times. So,
but I mean, you can't. Yeah, I mean, Russell's picks are hard to come by, as y'all know. They go quickly. They're hard to come by.
Yeah, that's a great. I mean, on its own, I mean, that's such a great bourbon. So, oh man, I'm afraid to go into number 6 here because I think I have a really good idea of what this is. This is about ready to.
If it's what you think it is, that was our A apparently.
Did you get some sprinkles in there?
Oh my god! I'll tell
you. Some sprinkles in.
I told Jason, I'm like, never wax and or sprinkles again. That is, if you're gonna do wax, if I'm not gonna get like a little pull tab around it, we're not making people like chainsaw into these bottles anymore. That was ridiculous. And I didn't even give it any thought. And then I started seeing people get them and they're like, there's like, machetes next to the bottles. I'm like, oh my God, what's going on here? So.
But I think it was perfect because it was with the shelf turns. Like, I feel like
it was.
It summed everything up into one.
It did. I mean, it was part of the whole. It really was part of the whole deal. So, yes, it was a little bit of wax on and wax off, not so easily. That was part of the deal. So,
see, I didn't have a hard time getting it off, but I did have sprinkles everywhere, and I still do. It's like glitter.
Mm-hmm.
You can't get it out of anything, right? And I made the mistake of opening it on our kitchen counter. So I keep on finding like old sprinkles on our kitchen counter.
Yeah.
I love you for that, by the way.
It's the gift that keeps on giving, right?
That's right.
Oh my God, that's got to be.
I'm gonna send you a box full of sprinkles one of these days.
Yeah, I was gonna say, 10 pounds of sprinkles shows up. You know where it came from.
Sprinkles and
exactly. I know. It's worth the effort. I mean, I think. And I just drank it there. I mean, there's no getting around what that is. I mean, I loved not only again, to say something doesn't drink like a million proof is kind of a weird thing to say, but it is hot, but it's definitely one of those things that as you sip on it a little bit more, especially with that brain candy, the complexity and richness really starts to come out in that whiskey. I mean, especially for those ages, it's really fantastic. If you can get past that proof a little bit, I think, and start to see what it really is all about. It's a fantastic whiskey. So.
Oh yeah, it's delicious. Well, and it's, for me, it was deceiving because I had the nose and I thought, okay, it might be this. And then when I actually tried it, I was not expecting 156 proof.
Yeah.
And it just lit me up.
Yeah.
Also, Adriana, why you got to call me out?
Yeah, Adriana's not far off on that. And then Jason's little jingle, I think that should have been on the bottle too.
It was a little bit, yeah. I mean, it was after watching everybody kind of go through it. I was like on our kitchen counter, which was probably not a great idea. Fortunately, my wife wasn't. I don't know if she was home, but I knew I was like, I'm going to take some shit for this. Cause the more I grabbed the whole bottle, the more I grabbed it, the more that shit kept falling off. I'm like, Oh my God, please don't come out here. Please don't come out here. It's a
taking it into, another room, into your studio and done it.
That shit was everywhere. I'm like, oh my God. So
I was I had a butter knife scraping it against the sprinkles, trying to knock up as many off as I could.
Yeah. You had to get just like, they did a good job. Like if you kind of, like, and I asked Jason, I'm like, is there any secret, like to where the hell everyone's cutting these things. And he said, just below like the sprinkle line. And I started cutting there, and it did just enough to release it. So thank God for that. Or I would have been hacksawing the shit out of that thing probably. So
yeah, I just got lucky because I kind of eyeballed it like, maybe this is the right spot, and it was. I didn't have to cut like 50 times or anything.
I saw yours. Yours looked very precise. Like it looked very. There was a lot of strategy that went into that. It looked like it was very clean cut, like all around it perfectly.
Mm-hmm. It's not like wine where you can drive a corkscrew in and pop it out in wax without messing it up.
Yeah. The Imagine That. I haven't tried it with water yet. Generally speaking, I don't, but I could see where a little bit of water would potentially open that thing up and maybe do some wonders. Yeah, you're not gonna even if you brought down the proof on it, I mean, you're still still crazy proof. So
is it just me? I want some help from y'all or from the chat. Like every time I see Junik's new name, the Imagine That, I think he started working for Disney. Yeah. It's Matt Junik. Junik. I always think he's working for Disney or something. The old commercials, Imagineer that. That's what every time I see it, that's what I think. I think he's working for Disney.
All right, Junik. I should have noticed.
Yeah, I think you should leave it. Confuse everybody.
Oh man, the Imagine That. Oh man, what in the world is one? I cannot.
Can't place it?
No, I'm like struggling with 1 and 2 a little bit. There's something that's similar to both of them. I'm trying to figure out what the hell is on your. All right, what do you have on your table that I haven't rattled off? All right, the Woodenville, and what the hell is the other one in there? Oh yeah, the 4-gate.
Mm-hmm. I feel like 4-gate would be pretty distinct too.
Man, I think I know which one that is now, kind of going back to it. Let's see.
He is delicious.
All right, I think I know what that one is now. Yeah, it's always fun. I didn't remember I'll tell you what, you guys know more about this one, but man, those Woodenville picks, those things are sneaky good. I'll tell you.
Yeah,
man.
So let's see.
Yeah, I mean, y'all really lucked up and were able to get those too. That's awesome.
I probably can't see it, but their cash strength rye, man, unbeatable.
Yeah.
That's great.
The one that you guys sent me originally, I always struggled with 100% ryes, and when I tried that thing, I was like blown away. I loved that thing so much. It was just, I don't know, I really, really enjoyed it. So has reached in search of status. All right.
Yep.
All right. Well, that's good.
It's only a matter of time.
Yeah, and I think so far, like with the whole email thing, I think we've done a pretty good job of trying to, keep people from, just swooping in, grabbing these things and leaving. So there you go.
Yeah, that's nice.
That helps. That helps people.
That's like a Sugar Kitty quality name right there.
It very much is. Or something that Alex would do. He'll have a long ass name, something like that, like the moose hunter who's been trampling through snow all day type of name or something. So
right.
Did Popham help y'all do the Woodenville picks? Right.
Oh yeah, did he do Woodenville? Was that which one did he do?
I mean, I can pull Popham.
Yeah. He did and that was a good. I mean, it was just a really sneaky good pick. I mean, you never quite know. I mean, that's the one fun thing about going into all these picks is that you just never know what it is you're going to run into, and fortunately, we've always kind of had something that stands out really, really nicely. So. All right, what do you got here? So Ethan, Katie. Okay, I have an obvious 6, obvious 5, brain candy. I'm pretty sure is my 4. Struggling with these top 3. Yeah, I mean, I think it's, it's one of those things. Like, I mean, I think trying to pick. I mean, this would be hard if we didn't know what these were. Like, these would be very difficult bourbons or whiskeys or ryes to pick out. To be honest, I mean, it's a real difficult one. And now that like when you think you kind of know what it is, the issue is going to be trying to rank these damn things. Yeah, I kind of feel bad, like I shouldn't be ranking anything.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to rank.
I didn't know you were going to rank them. I'm not prepared for that.
I thought we were just guessing.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have to. I mean, I think it's always interesting just to hear people,
sure.
like in terms of like what is it of these do you like the most? I mean, and then, again, this is all subjective, and this is just right now, and this will change, of course, you know. So
absolutely.
If you did this in a month, it would change.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can rank anything. My siblings. I'm sure I'll rank my kids when we have them. I'm not concerned about that. It's just whiskey's hard.
Yeah, whiskey is very hard. That is for sure. So, what's up, Hendo? How's it going, buddy?
Yeah.
Good to see you, brother.
Cheers, Hendo.
The sexiest man in Tennessee, right here. Maybe.
Right.
Forgot Marty was in Tennessee.
I'll give him that title for today.
You can have it. I was waiting for you to chime in.
Yeah, well, I'm magnanimous. What can you say?
I don't know if you're going to invite him back, Scott.
Oh man,
the people will demand that I come back. Don't you worry.
Yes, they will.
Especially after my clean sweep.
I'm already getting a lot of text messages. Please invite him back, please. Man, I'll tell you what. The other one that's sneaky good for me of all of these was that damn Bulleit pick. I don't know what it is about it. There's just something that's so just different and unique about it.
The Bulleit picks are always delicious. Anytime you see the Bulleit Blender Select, I don't know if you've found a bottle of that, but it is delicious. The stuff that Ebony Majors, I believe so. The stuff that she's doing at Bulleit with their blending is spectacular.
Is she still the one doing that? She's still there?
I thought she was. I don't know. Did she leave?
Yeah, I don't know. I last I heard, I think she was still the one doing it, but I wasn't sure. So
yeah, I don't know. I hadn't heard that she left, but I could absolutely be wrong.
Yeah, and I didn't either. I thought I had heard something, but maybe it wasn't her that left. I don't remember, but oh yeah, that's that Russell's pick. You just want to drink it like by itself, like all the time. So
oh yeah,
absolutely.
I have to hide it from him. He can't drink it too fast.
Yeah, it's so easy. It's just so like rich and peanut buttery, and oh man, it's just such a delicious whiskey. That's for sure.
Struggling. We don't have a channel. We're just we have too much whiskey and we need help drinking it, so we get on screen where we have to.
Oh man, it's so good. That's got to be what that is. But all right, let's see. I think that's, man, I'll tell you what. So of the ones that you guys, which one do you think is the Old Elk pick? Do you think you know which one the Old Elk pick is right now?
No.
I think of the bunch, I think it has the most unique like nose and flavor profile. Like to me, it almost, and this is going to be a shocker, but it almost drinks as hot, if not hotter than the Brain Candy to me.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, this thing is for me. If this is what this is, I mean, it's got such a unique profile, and the only thing I can think of is that this is that wheat whiskey. I mean, it's so bready. It's so like burnt toast to me with this. Here's a question for you guys. When you do tastings like this, do you ever feel like you get like plugged up?
Yes.
Okay. I was hoping it wasn't just me at times, but when I do these blind flights like this, I always feel like I instantly get a cold and I can no longer like smell anything.
Yeah.
Especially after sniffing Brain Candy first.
Yeah. Brain Candy. All right. But yeah, I don't know what it is.
Okay. I know this one.
What that darn, if that's what that Old Elk is, I'm thinking that's what it is. I mean, maybe it could be the Woodenville. I haven't gone back to the Iceman or Maverick in a while, and maybe that's until we talk about my canola.
But like you're saying, like with the nosing thing, I'm wondering if it's like something that causes it to like dry out.
I don't know
And
what
it's
the
like you
hell it is.
almost need to sneeze in order to clear it
Yeah.
out.
It's like almost your body like preventing you from like smelling a bunch of booze or something.
Yeah, I mean, why would it do that?
Okay, this has got to be, this has got to be the Old Elk for me. It's got to be.
I mean, so let me ask you this: so what you're nosing right now? Like, what are you getting on that? I mean, I'm hoping we're like describing the same whiskey. If we're not, I mean, it's kind of irrelevant, but
I get like a chocolate on the nose, and then a little bit of chocolate on the palate, and it goes into like a bitters.
Oh, interesting.
But it's a very, like you said before, like doughy kind of bread nose, but like not baked bread, like
Yeah,
just dough.
Yeah, I could see doughy. To me, I still say that maybe I don't get chocolate very often, so maybe it's overwhelming for me. But
yeah, I mean, it's very like for me, I guess like that doughy or that very like that like kind of cracked wheat. No, it's very like it's just very, I don't know, prevalent or whatever it is you want to call it, but it's nice. It's nice to be able to nose like all of these different like whiskeys. I mean, I guess I really didn't give it a lot of thought. I mean, I was just trying to get all of them put together, but like when you start to think about what's here, I mean, this is a flight that would challenge the hell out of anybody. I mean, this thing is all over the place.
Right.
This gives me
I didn't know what they were. Like if it was streamlined.
I mean, I would. Yeah, I'd be struggling.
Well, and then Adriana, we'd have to change it a bit for her because there's only one rye in it. We'd have to sprinkle a few more in to make sure she really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I think she needs to probably be challenged with something like this. Like kind of step it up a little bit, get outside of the mountains and kind of dive into one of these interesting flights. Maybe I'll put a little something together because this kind of got like me thinking way more because a lot of flights that we all do, I'll say are somewhat consistent, whether it's all like just a regular kind of bourbon and similar profiles there. But I mean, this is, when you look at this thing, I mean, hell, we're all over the damn place with this thing.
So, oh yeah.
Yeah, Jim, sorry, the Isla stuff is not it is not my jam, and it'll never be my jams. I just cannot get into that. So
did you like Classic Lottie though?
I think you did. We brought it to your house in that blue ceramic bottle.
Oh yeah. I think that was just an easy drinking. There wasn't like, for me, it didn't seem like, okay, so all right, so let me
it's unpeated Isla.
Oh, okay. So yeah, we're gonna get technical here for a second. So yes, exactly. And I don't understand, unfortunately, all the technicalities. I think I just defaulted to lumping that into like that shit peat category. Yeah. So but yeah, when you guys were here and you brought that, I really enjoyed that. I like the profile of that. So the non-peated stuff, like nothing that tastes like dirty earth. I don't want any of that.
Yeah, Classic Lottie is just delicious. It's what got me into Isla. I liked Space Sides, and then I had some Classic Lottie, and it kind of blew my mind. And I said, okay, well now I've got to try the other Islas. And so, of course, like any good brand snob, I went to the other Brook Lotties first to Port Charlotte and went peat that way. Mm-hmm. And I realized that okay, peat doesn't have to be barbecue or iodine. Peat can be smoke and other flavors.
Which is the fun part for me. I think because, that was the one thing I got a little bit kind of, like with blinders on, where I was comfortable in a particular, zone, and I didn't really want to get outside of that. I mean, I think some of these other whiskeys have kind of challenged me, and I've started to appreciate a little bit more. I mean, I think it'll take a lot more for the Scotch side of it. Like it's just something about peat and just that malted barley thing that doesn't do it for me. But I think still getting outside of your comfort zone, and I'll say that to a lot of people, is just challenge yourself with something. I think it is important to do, though.
Yeah, I agree, man. And Independent Joe, we didn't forget about you. We're on like a 5-month backlog and that's why we're here with Scott now.
We're all on 5-month backlogs. Unfortunately, it's just we all mean very well, and eventually we'll get to it. So if there's anything that I owe anybody, at some point I'll get you that. I mean, it may not be next week or may not be next year, but at some point you will get that, whatever that may be. So,
one surefire way to eliminate any backlog is withhold whiskey, and we'll clear it up right away.
That is very true. That is very true. Clearly, Will Henderson is drunk, so he's now. Yeah, I mean, look at this guy. He's no longer even coherent. So, what do I owe him? A hug? A hug. Yeah, those are free, by the way, Endo. So,
are you gonna wear your Mountie costume whenever you do, Scott?
Maybe.
I say costume. I meant uniform. I know you wear it on a daily basis.
Yeah. How dare you call that a costume? By the way, so yes, the required uniform. The required uniform. So, I am not that far from Canada. That's for sure. So.
Oh, I know. I'm pretty sure I was up there and I saw a sign that said, "If you don't turn around now, you're going to be in Canada."
That's very true. That's very true. If you don't have the intentions of crossing the border, then please turn around now.
Exactly.
Exactly.
They put it on their signs too. I would never have believed that had I not seen it.
Well, it's funny when we used to see my wife's family, who are, well, if anyone doesn't know, she's Canadian, and every time I'd see them, like, all of whatever it is that they say always sounded like a question. So I would just drive them crazy. I'm like, again, I'm struggling with this whole, are you telling me or asking me thing? And you son of a bitch. So BJ. Oh man. All right. I think I know what. You know what? One thing for me is let me ask you this. Is the 4-gate for you guys standing out a lot?
Yes.
It's not for me. I don't know why, considering it's the only rye that we've got in here.
It's that toasted rye profile. Like, I enjoy it so much. I'm like, that's it for sure. That's it.
I mean, the funny part is I think I know which one it is now, but I've kind of gone back and forth. But I mean, it's like literally when I taste it, I mean, like one of my all-time favorite whiskeys, period. Like, I mean, I love everything that it had to offer. And I feel bad for like this thing somehow not standing out like I think it should. But
no, I'm with you, man. I just changed up. Well, I didn't change anything up, but the first time around, I thought that 4-gate was our last glass. Oh, because I got a fair amount of rye, but I actually don't think that's true. I think that's just a high rye bourbon, and I think our one of the earlier glasses is actually the 4-gate.
Yeah. Okay.
But I the first time I went through and I was, it kind of stunned me. I was like, I should be picking this out. I shouldn't be missing this. But here we sit.
Oh man.
Yeah, I mean, anything 4-gate's doing right now is.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think we've already.
Money.
Yeah, it's kind of gotten to that point now, and I think we've even mentioned it before, but we're slated to do a minimum of one. There may be 2 this year, which is a possibility for us.
That would be awesome. Hey, Jason, it worked. I got Stout on board for 2.
Yeah, we're trying. We're definitely trying, and that would be a fun one. So, I mean, I think if we did do it, it would be definitely a bourbon and a rye. Both that they're doing are toasted. I'm not always crazy about toasted bourbons, but like with what they do and all of that, I mean, I think I would have to give it a fair shake and at least give it a try. So,
we have a couple of like toasted bourbon picks, and they're good. They are different than any other toasted bourbon pick that we have. Or toasted bourbon. You're
talking specifically the 4-gate toasted bourbon, right? Yeah. Well, everything 4-gate does is so good, though. I mean, I feel like it's not really fair to say, well, toasted bourbon when most of the toasted bourbons we have are 4-gate.
Right. Right. Yeah, and I think the toasted bourbon I had was the pick that they did at Justin's. That was the only one I I had. So, but it was surprising when I tried it. I really enjoyed it, and I kind of went in like with a kind of a bad mindset, thinking, I'm not going to like this. But then I drank it and kept drinking it, and it kind of ultimately convinced me that, well, maybe I don't not like every single toasted bourbon. So, but yeah, Jeff, I mean, I think that's really it. Like, I think that's always a key. Like when you do, that would be another fun blind, is taking some inexpensive ones, mixing in an expensive one or two, and challenging somebody to tell me, what's $30 versus what's $200. And in today's day and age, I think you'd probably shock the hell out of a lot of people, to be honest. So
you could kind of do like Price is Right.
Yeah.
That would actually be fun.
Game with that with those picks.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess you could go all the way from 20s, 30s, 40, 50, 60, and then maybe throw in a $200 one or whatever, and see how that whole thing shakes out. And I think it'd be very interesting to see where some of those things kind of rank for a lot of people. So
yeah.
All right. So oh boy, now I got to try to figure out how to put these in a particular order.
Do you think you guessed them all?
I think I've got them. What did I have as the barrel? Let me go back.
The barrel? You mean the Bulleit?
It was the barrel's on my glass. It's the logo.
I was like, we don't have any barrel in this, Scott. What you doing?
Man, I love that barrel that's in here. It's a fantastic bourbon. I think it's the Woodenville in that glass, number 2.
What were you getting off of it?
It's more richer. I mean, I love the kind of the dark fruit. I love the spice that's on it. I'd say it's there's like a really nice like spice cake, something or other on that. That was one of the things going back, like remembering doing that pick. It was way more spicy than I was anticipating it being. I don't know why, but man, that's a really good. I haven't even had it. It's probably been months since I've had that, to be honest. I bet the last time I had it was when you guys were here over the summer.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been a while. So, I gotta try to keep up with some of these damn things. Yeah, I know. I do. I feel a lot of pressure to not screw these up. Like, what an idiot I'll be if I get these wrong. But I mean, it would be if I didn't know what these bottles were. I mean, it would be. I mean, maybe one or two of them I could tell you what they were just based on the general profile. But man, this is going to be. No, on the Woodenville. Let me see if that's the one. Root beer, hey?
Root beer. Interesting.
Actually, Adriana, I think that's an
good
apropos statement. Thank you. Because I'm currently debating which one of these is Woodenville. I think one of them's Bulleit and one of them's Woodenville, and I was about to change it up, but I don't think I am now.
No.
But I lived in Washington for 3 years. I should know their bourbon.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sweet. I think as the finish really develops on my number 2, there's a really nice like kind of vanilla custard on this, but it's very, very rich and oily. Man, a lot more spicy than I thought. Oh man, I love the Bulleit nose. Like it's like one of those it's almost like one of those like candles.
Yeah.
It's like a spicy candle, like whatever that like shit is that like my wife burns like around Christmas. It's like very like some of them are very like it smells like Christmas.
Yeah. Yeah. So if I'm right on what the Bulleit is, then that one for me went from that's the one I said was big red in the beginning.
Yeah.
And then I got like a big floral note in it on the nose at some point. and now it's back to like light fruits, and it's just all over the place.
What the one that's light fruit that you're describing? Are you describing the Woodenville or the
No,
Bulleit?
so I think that's the Bulleit. To me, Woodenville is a bit darker fruit, red fruit instead of like white fruit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, there's just something
I would
that
agree with Northwest Bourbon.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, I would probably agree. I think the proof point is probably shining a little bit more in the Woodenville than it is the Bulleit. What's the proof on the Woodenville? Wasn't it like
122 and change?
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay.
I thought it was actually closer. I thought it was more like 114, but I think I'm thinking of their ryes. Their
And
ryes are usually around 115.
Yeah, and the Bulleit was what, 104, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's their standard.
Yeah, Bulleit must be 104 standard.
Yeah.
Because then the blender select is either 104 or 107, one of the two.
But it's hard to believe that it's an 11 year.
Yeah, I mean, that, and I heard now that a lot of those Bulleit picks now have crept into like the 9-year range, which, hey, at the end of the day is still a really nice age on I mean, we're nitpicking here, but you know, to get some of these older ones, like there's not many of those 11 years, and I think there's still like a handful of them left at Keg and Bottle of the.
Nice.
I believe. I would have to. I haven't looked in a little while, but thanks, David. Appreciate it, buddy. 2 more sampling brain candy in the Ogre Lounge. Give him a thumbs up here, Scott. Oh yeah, okay. So yeah, that I think I'm like most enamored by the Old Elk one. Like there's just something about it that's so different and unique. So yeah, David sent me a video the other day of him and a few of his buddies sitting around the shack drinking the brain candy. It was probably that because I know I believe he's in the Pacific Northwest. I believe.
I think he's in the Portland area.
Yeah. So, you know, I'm sure it was like rainy or gloomy or something. Probably needed something to light you up a little bit. So,
I'm sure.
Portland actually can be okay. It's not as bad as Seattle as far as weather.
Okay. All right.
They get a little bit more sun, at least from our experience.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
All right. That's a good call. Yeah. I think the pot still does definitely have something to do. I hope I sure hope I'm right with that one, but Jesus, if not. No, God, that's got to be. I can't believe that the 4-gate for whatever reason is not standing out.
Just not standing out.
I know, man.
If you don't get them all right, Scott, we have to challenge you again. Pick 6 different ones.
No, it is. I know what it is.
I like the confidence. Even more for when you're wrong.
That's the bad part, because usually when I'm very confident, I'm very wrong, which is the bad part. So
I'm with you there, man. It's
yeah.
Ready, fire, aim. Right. It's fine.
All right. Should we rank them? Do you guys have an idea of what your order is? I have to try to figure this part out now. This is the tough part.
I still have to figure that out.
Yeah, ranking them now is the difficult part. So
yeah, I'm gonna do it as I taste to it on the fly.
All right, that's a good call. All right, so I think.
Oh wow, that doughy note is out in full force on this one.
I had work meetings this afternoon. I'm pretty sure Ethan started drinking without me.
Not true. We had a toddy at like 1:30 just because, but after that I was not drinking. I had to be sharp for this.
Oh man. I think I know what that one is. Even though that's a wheat whiskey, there's something. It's going to sound really weird, but there's something that's very corny about it. And maybe it's just the grain in my mind, but son of a bitch. Now I'm like more confused. Especially when you start moving them around, because you get used to drinking them and smelling them in a particular order. Now I've moved them all around a little bit, so. Right. It seems like as I've moved them into a different location, now they smell different. For some reason.
They smell different.
If this is the Old Elk, I can't make up my mind on it. It's very interesting, but I don't know if it's good interesting or bad interesting. It's like that friend you have who you can't decide if you actually want to hang out with or not. It's just
yeah.
But somehow they always end up at your house. So
yeah, did you want to mention any names or anything about? Did you want to mention who the?
I just thought I'd have some implications, and we just roll from there.
That's fine.
Adam has his order already.
Oh, Adam's got his. Man,
His
I think I've got my.
I'm not quite
I think
sure.
I've got my top 3. Ah, man, my freaking nose isn't working very well right now. I'm all plugged up right now. Big Vic, yeah, Scott, you're all over the place, bro. I am. This is where all the second guessing comes in. So,
did I even hit the light today? Let's see.
Look at Trevor; he's clearly drunk too. Of course, I know what. Of course, I know what citrus is.
You just have to ask him what's his number tonight.
Yeah, exactly. And Trish, everybody has that friend, you know.
We already had this debate like when we were doing the live stream last week. I was just like, there's something about an apple to me that should be a damn citrus. I don't know why I think that, but there's just something about it. And I made the huge mistake a long time ago, and I still get comments all the time about when I described apple as a citrus. It's probably the most comments on a video I've ever gotten. It's like, hey man, an apple's not a citrus. I'm like, I know, like the 500 people who've commented before you have said the same thing. So I apologize. So
did you also say it's a vegetable?
I didn't go as far as saying it was a vegetable. So
okay.
I didn't go that far,
Just
but
checking.
Yes.
This is usually when Katie says she can't take me anywhere.
See, look at Adriana knows citrus is apple. Duh.
Yeah.
See? And she's a doctor. She's a doctor for crying out loud, so she knows. You know. See, she knows. All right. God damn it, I'm struggling with those two. I think the proof on this is making that the Woodenville. But what the hell is this? Oh man, that's gotta be the brain candy there.
Oh yeah.
I think my nose is so fried, like it's not even getting fried anymore.
Yeah, the brain candy has stopped affecting me too. That's how I know I'm getting there.
All right, let's see what we got. And then I think in a few minutes, the guys over on at 21090, they'll be going live. They always have a fun show, so you guys will have to pop over there. And then
they are fun.
At 10 Eastern, I'll be doing a live with Jason for patrons only. So we'll be doing that. We'll be talking some Mash and Journey stuff, catching up, drinking some whatever people have gotten. I know some people just got the Westland and the Bull Run. Did you guys get those yet?
We have.
Did you get? Oh, okay, all right. I wasn't sure if you got them or not. So
we ordered.
They were shipped.
They were shipped, but we haven't.
Okay, all right. I think mine are supposed to come tomorrow, I believe, but we always seem to be some of the last ones to get them, which is fine. You know, I don't mind that.
Because they have to go through customs.
That's very true. That's very true. So, all right. I think I've got. Hang on. All right. I think I know what that one is. Oh man, there's something. The weedy one got like way more chocolate.
My glasses look a lot different than yours.
Katie and I look like we have our answers in mirror. They're exact opposite.
Oh really? So like, oh my god. Okay, all right. But that doesn't mean anything. Like you don't have. So do you have the identical glass? Does it have the identical thing in it?
Yeah, we're in order.
Okay, so you guys have like the same things, but now you've got like in completely different orders. So like, is someone gonna be really wrong?
Well,
so
it all depends on how you guess the bottles. Because taste is taste, but getting them right or wrong, right? That's the real deal.
Okay, all right. Well, that'll be interesting. So, all right. So I think I've got these. So. Who wants to go first? Who has the key? Katie, do you want to go first?
Ethan has the key.
I have the key.
Okay. All right. So Ethan, since you got the key, let Katie guess. I guess you can start with let's call it your least favorite tonight.
My least favorite tonight.
Your least favorite tonight, and then you can try to guess. You can try to guess what that one is.
Well, yeah, we're gonna do both. So that's your D?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's D, which would be this one, which is red. Iceman.
Huh.
Oh, the Woodenville you ranked last tonight.
Huh. Had those confused.
Wow.
Because should we say what we guessed?
Yeah,
like
yeah. What? So like the one you picked last, what did you think it was?
The one I picked last, I thought was Old Elk.
Oh, really? Okay, and it ended up being the
Woodenville.
Woodenville. Okay,
yep.
Interesting. Very, very interesting.
I did the same thing, but it's not my last.
All right.
Of course, it's not.
All right. Well, why to make it easy? Why don't I guess we'll all reveal them. So, Katie, why don't you do all yours? Ethan, you can do yours, and I'll do mine last. How's that?
Okay.
All right.
So
all right. So, what's your second?
Second to last is B.
B. So that's this guy, yellow, and that
I said it was Bulleit.
The queen.
Yep.
Yeah.
That is correct.
So she got Bulleit.
I got Bulleit. I got 1 point.
Okay. All right.
I got that one right.
Okay. Third to last, right?
Correct. So fourth.
Numbers
aren't her thing.
Should have been.
I mean, it is third to last though. So
third to last is gonna be
E. E. So
and I
A,
said
C, D, E.
E was Woodenville.
So that's green, which is Old Elk.
So I swapped those two.
Yeah, we both did that.
Swapped them.
Okay. All right.
Third, which is A, which I'm pretty sure is brain candy.
Yeah.
What's the?
It's
sorry. A. Blue. Yes, that's brain candy.
Okay. Second is C, which I know is 48.
Yellow, blue. Yes.
And then first is going to be Russell's.
Okay.
Which is F. Just to confirm.
Yellow, red. Yep.
All right. Good.
So we swapped two. So.
Good job. All right.
So E.
So I mean, I'm with you there. I got 4 right. I swapped Old Elk and Woodenville.
Yeah, that Old Elk. I mean, unless I've got them confused as well, there's just something that's very, I don't know, like one of them stood out like crazy to me. So
and it's been a long time since we had the Old Elk and the Woodenville.
Yeah, it has.
Yeah,
probably I would say months, probably summer again.
Yeah,
that Woodenville's real unique.
Or when they came out.
Jeff says 6th to last.
Yeah.
6th to last. Fair enough.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, fair enough.
All right. So my order is, and I'm gonna have to kind of do this on the fly.
Oh, I
have
fun here.
Oh no, I don't. You have what is what? No, you don't. So let's see. My last is the Russells.
Your last.
So yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
Your last is Russell's?
Something had to be last, man. Come on.
Oh my God. Okay. It's okay to be wrong. It's okay to be wrong.
And then next, which would be 5th.
Yep.
Just to point it out, is C, which is yellow, blue, 4 Gate. Oh shit.
Oh my God. Are you sure you're doing this in the right order? Like, I think you and I are literally going to be the complete opposite. I have a feeling.
I did it in the right order. I guessed the bottle, but
oh my God,
I don't know what you want me to do, man.
He's broken.
Katie, from now on, Katie, from now on, you do all the whiskey nosing and buying. Okay, I'm just telling you right now.
Okay, I mean, I already do all the buying, so
yeah.
That's true. And so then 4th is Iceman.
Okay.
All right.
3rd is No, the Bulleit pick.
Okay. All right.
Second is this guy, which is green, and the Old Elk. Holy.
So the old elk is last for you.
The Old Elk is second.
First. You're second. Okay.
My first is Brain Candy by far.
Oh my God. Okay.
The proof gets in the way for me a little bit to start, but once I have a little bit, then it's all downhill from there. It's easy.
Yeah, that is probably one of the kind of giveaways. Oh my God, that's a very interesting. Wow. That's a very interesting order. I wouldn't have guessed that, but hey, that's the fun part about doing these things. So, all right,
yeah, I don't have an answer.
Give me your
I want to know what yours are.
Like it.
Okay, so. Okay, so my last or sixth was in the crew glass, which was, oh my God. All right, that's the Iceman. That's the Woodenville.
So did you guess it right?
No, I got it wrong. I thought that was the Old Elk pick.
You probably did.
So you put Woodenville last.
Yeah, I've got the crew. So I've got that as the Iceman. I picked that last, but
Scott.
All right. I don't want to hear anything else about bad palates or anything, but carry on.
I guess that as what did I have? The crew. I had it as Old Elk. I mean, it was just very, man, there was something that was very, I mean, anyway, all right, that's crazy. Clearly, I got to go back to that and try that again. So, all right. So
Jason's doing a victory lap over there.
My God, I'm like missing all these. All right, in the Buffalo Trace or the distilled glass. My God, that's the Brain Candy I've got as fifth, and I had it as, what is that one? Distill or I did have it as Brain Candy. Okay.
Good.
Right.
I was like,
okay.
If you got that one wrong, Scott, it's all downhill.
No. Okay. Good. I feel
bad.
And I almost flip flopped these two. So like fourth and fifth were very, very close for me.
So very hard to rank them.
Yeah. So, all right. In fourth place was in the barrel glass. That's the Old Elk. But the barrel glass I had it as Woodenville.
So you did the same thing.
Okay,
as us.
so you
I did.
like us.
So clearly, that's interesting that that for whatever reason we were getting what we thought they were, but just the complete opposite. So very, very interesting with that. So, all right. So, yeah. So did we all flip flop the Old Elk in Woodenville?
Yeah.
All right. That's very interesting. All right, man, all right. Anyway, okay. So third place was in the short barrel glass. That was the Bulleit, and I had it as the Bulleit. So this was one of those ones for me. It just stands out. Like it's always been that kind of fall candy. So, all right, my second place is in the Mash and Journey glass, which was the Look at the Birdie. So that was, I had as the Mash and Journey. I had that as the Russells as well. So my number one tonight was the Gate Rye. So, which was the Virginia glass. Yep. Gate. And I had it as Gate. So yeah. So
time picking out that Gate though.
Yeah, I think as I sipped on it more, like I started to really pull out like what like really shined about it. So and again, I think as we sipped on them, the rye aspect kind of started to come out. It was, I mean, the top two for me could have gone like either way, and I was debating on one or the other. But the one thing for me that's kind of surprising is of all of these, like where that Bulleit pick ranked.
Yeah, me too.
Where is the Ethan, it finished third for you, I think, as well, right?
Yeah, it did.
And Katie, what about you? Where did that
For
finish?
me, it was up there. It was, I think, fourth.
Fourth. Okay. All right. Yeah, it's a sneaky good one. But yeah, I'm amazed by the profile on that Woodenville, thinking like that was, I mean, I was dead set on that thing being the old elk pick, just based on its profile. But man, that's funky. And maybe that's that pot still funk part of it coming out, but I was confusing that with like that wheat whiskey part.
I think I did the exact same thing. With that wheat whiskey, with Old Elk doing those weird mash bills, I expect them to get just weird results, right? And good weird and bad weird. I've had some of both from them. And obviously it ranked, this pick ranked way up there for me, which I didn't think it would. But on the Woodenville, I don't know that I've gotten that bitters note before. And again, not just to clarify, not bitters.
Yeah. Right.
I don't get that cocktail feel off of Woodenville normally, but I did tonight.
Yeah. Oh, look who just happened to pop in right at the last second.
Yeah.
This guy knows a little something about Woodenville. Little something about Foregate.
Just a little something. No big deal.
Just always lurking. So, all right, there we go. Man, I'll tell you, that was a lot of fun, and I'm kind of glad there was a couple little, kind of curveballs in there that threw us a little bit for a loop. And Ethan's really surprised me. Like, I mean, his rankings were like, I mean,
that makes
I don't know. Yeah. Hey, whatever. I mean, at the end of the day, that's the fun part of doing these, is just having a good time with it, trying to put together whatever it is that's computing in your mind at the time. And, whether you're wrong like Ethan or right like Katie and I, that's just how the ball bounces once in a while, I'll tell you.
I do want to point out, Scott, that I think we both got 4 bottles right.
All of us did.
I thought Scott only got 3.
Pretty sure you got 4.
No, I got 4. Yeah, I got 4. The only 2 I confused, I think, were the ones that we confused.
We all confused the.
Haven't you been doing this thing for like 4 or 5 years now?
Yeah, something like that.
5 years. It's on the banner. Shouldn't you do
65
better than
years.
your guests?
Yeah, I should have. I do feel a little bit bad. And again, it's been a little while, not having the Foregate, or the Old Elk. But man, I'll tell you what, just like when you're thinking about like what that wheat whiskey or whatever that was, you want to think that's what the profile is going to be. And anyway, it wasn't. So, all right, let's do this while I still can remember this. Adriana, let me know how many people are kind of in the running tonight, and we'll have Katie pick a number out between 1 and whatever the total number is. So the Maverick wins out again. He wasn't even involved. He's taking credit for the Maverick right now. Wasn't even in the running. Tell you, the Cannoli.
Also, thanks, Thomas. I caught that one right after I said it. Appreciate you.
Yeah, you get possible 3. Yeah.
It was to last.
Well, I mean, clearly Thomas has not been drinking tonight, so he's on his game. That's for sure. So we need somebody to keep this shit show in line. That's for sure. So, man, oh man, that's good. I thought it wasn't.
You'll need to do dueling picks again, you and Jason.
Oh, maybe that's true. We'll have to. The funny part was, like, we like literally never looked at it. We never looked at it as that. But then as soon as people started getting them, we started getting, well, I like this one more. I like that one. I'm like, man, it never even dawned on us to think about it that way. So it was crazy, but it's fun. And hey, like, we don't care whatever one someone likes. That, I mean, that was fine by us. I mean, that's the fun part of whiskey, man. Drink what you like, for sure.
But I mean, I know you're keeping count, obviously.
No, we were all winners tonight. We all won tonight. So
That's true.
Okay, we have 20. Okay, we have 20 entries. So, all right, Katie, give me a number between 1 and 20, and that will be tonight's winner. So
we'll go with 14.
All right, Adriana, give us number 14. Who is number 14? And we'll get this stuff sent out to you. So, and thanks everybody for kind of sticking with us tonight. It was fun. I think the blinds are always kind of a fun thing to see how they kind of shake out for everyone. So glad everybody could kind of hop in for a little bit. And in about 45 minutes, we'll be over on the Patreon live. So I'll throw the link in Patreon here when we're done, so you guys can access that. Hopefully we'll see some of the patrons over there in the chat. So looking forward to it. Did I miss it? Hopefully not. I don't think I did.
Hey, Thomas.
Oh, Thomas. All right.
Because you can count.
Awesome.
Thomas. It's because I could count.
Good job, buddy. Good job. So congrats, bud. We'll get that stuff out to you between now and the year 2024. So keep an eye out for those things. But yeah, we'll get that stuff off. So Ethan, Katie, you guys, thank you so much. I'm glad we were able to finally, do one of these things. Kind of, hang out, shoot the shit a little bit, have a good time. That's what it's all about ultimately. So
thanks for having us.
Yeah,
always
exactly.
a fun time.
Anytime.
Yeah. You're great, dude. Thanks.
We'll have to do it again, and we'll come up with something else so that I don't know, have a little more fun. Nothing wrong with that. So, all right, guys, thank you so much. Head over to 21090. I know they're doing their show right now for a little while longer, and then 10 o'clock Eastern. I'll have the Patreon link sent over so you guys can access that. We'll be talking some Mash and Journey stuff, give you guys a couple of updates, all of that. So thanks, guys. And remember, it's about the journey, not the destination. We will see you next Tuesday night with some other fun thing. Don't know what it is going to be yet, but it'll definitely be Tuesday. I do know that. So, all right, guys, have a good night. Cheers. We'll talk to you later.
Cheers.